Hey guys, and welcome to Finndawg's driveway. And in this video, we're not in my driveway. We're comparing the hose swap mod. So for anyone who's not in the loop, basically there's a modification that a lot of people claim increases spool time, faster spool, and basically gives you, what am I trying to say? So it gives you faster spool time, supposedly, and that's about it really. So it's just supposed to increase the performance just a little bit. So now we're going to do some comparisons to put that to the test. So the first test that we're going to do is, if you see that sign up ahead, that curve sign, we're going to do a second gear pull at 40 k's an hour, and then we're going to watch this gauge and we're going to see. So the moment I pass that sign, the moment the front of the bonnet hits that sign, we're going to go foot to the floor from 40 k's an hour in second gear, and we're going to watch how quickly the turbo spools up. So right now the hose swap mod is in, so it is straight from the turbo outlet to the fuel compensator. So we're going to see first how fast it spools and how fast you go. So I'm going to, once more, second gear, 40 k's an hour. The moment the front of my ute hits that sign, I'm going to put my foot to the floor. We're going to see how quick the boost builds, how fast the ute goes, and then I'll go into third. And so I'm trying to keep this as objective as possible. So I'm trying to make it so we're actually comparing what the ute's doing and not just guessing, like not just saying it feels better. Like, I'm going to do that too. So there's going to be objective tests and then some subjective tests. So there's going to be something, I'm going to give my opinion at the end once we get the results. So let's have a look at how quickly the boost spools with the hose swap mod on, and then we'll do the exact same test with the hose swap mod off. So as soon as I go past that sign, I'll start a little timer down here somewhere on the screen. A little timer will start the moment I put my foot to the floor, and then it will stop when I top out second, so as I go into third, and that will be the entire test. Well, it'll actually stop once this hits max boost, which I'm guessing 23, 22, 23, anywhere in that range. It might go as high as, like when I'm in higher gears, it can go as high as 25. So let's just have a look. Alrighty, hopefully that shows everything. So I'll count us in as well. So I'll go 3, 2, 1, and then I'll step on it. So here we go. So this is first test, hose swap mod, second gear, going 40 k's an hour. The moment we hit this sign up here, it's foot to the floor. So we're going 40, then 3, 2, 1. So that's maxing out, 18. All right. Turn around and we'll do the whole thing again with the hose swap mod off. So low boost because I'm in a low gear. And there is the hose swap mod removed. So this hose, which came over from the turbo, is now undone. So I've still getting my boost gauge. I've just put this little T, which is always here, goes into the fuel compensator, coming straight off the little nipple here. So like it was stock. And then on this side, instead of this going all the way over to the fuel compensator, it goes back to my boost tee and then straight up over into my wastegate. So now it's stock. So now we'll do the exact same test again and see if there's any time difference. Oh, sorry. Okay, same thing again. 40 k's an hour. I will count us in. So get up to 40. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1. Now that felt exactly the same. So now we're in third, and we'll go from 60 from this first little pole on the left, little indicator pole, in 3, 2, 1. Alrighty. So now we will go back and we will swap the mod back. Now third, from the first shiny bollard in front of this house, going 60 and make sure I'm up to 60. Okay, 3, 2, 1. That's it. So yeah, it looks like it's topping out at 21 pounds. That felt worse. So hose swap mod, I guess I won't know until I put the times up and figure out how fast it's actually going. I'll look at the EGTs in the videos too, and the speeds, see if any of that's different. Also the revs, see if it's spooling any quicker. So speaking of revs, actually we should go back there. So speaking of revs, now we're gonna do a takeoff. So from 0, so stopped, I'll just pin it all the way up into 3rd gear, top out 3rd gear. So I'll find a space that's safe to do that. And then yeah, we'll see what, it's nothing into 2nd and into 3rd, and then sort of see how long it takes to top out 3rd gear, and then we'll do the exact same run with the hose swap mod off. So that'll give a good indicator of spool time, revs, where the boost is coming into revs. So hopefully that's all visible on the video. I'm sure it is. So yeah, let's find a nice little straightaway, and we'll do that. Find a start point, stop, and get those stats. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, pinning it. Alright, a little bit of rain. Hopefully that doesn't change anything. We're gonna go from this sign here, and we're gonna nail it. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1. That's it, it topped out a little while ago. Alright, so that's hose swap mod on. So we're going to do that exact same run again and see if we get anything different. Alright, take 2. Hopefully no one rolls up this time. So complete stop in front of this sign, and then take off, foot to the floor, 2nd, 3rd, go to about 70 k's an hour. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1. Maxing out, and there's about 70. Alright, now take all the mods off. Take the hose swap mod off. Do it in with the hose swap mod off, see what happens. Alrighty, here is hose swap mod off. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. See what happens. No one's behind me. Alright, stop at the sign. Alright, 3, 2, 1. There's about 70. Alrighty, last pull with the hose swap mod off. Pull up to the sign, stop, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. See if there's any difference. Oh, car behind me. That is turning off. Alright. Pull up to the sign, stop, and then 3, 2, 1. I fucked that up. I went into 4th, but I maxed out the boost on 3rd, so that'll give me the reading that I want. Now the final test that I want to do is highway, so 5th. So cruising at highway speed and then whacking into full boost, seeing if it boosts harder, higher, anything like that. So far we can say confidently that without times, the boost level is sitting exactly the same with or without the mod. The driving experience feels exactly the same with or without the mod. So let's just see what the results tell us, and we will wrap this up. So now we'll go to the highway and have a little pull. Boost mod off first. Actually, no. Well, I'll see. I'll always label if the mod's on or off. Alright guys, so we're about to pull up onto the highway. So basically, we're gonna stay in third. We're gonna start, so on the on-ramp, we're gonna punch it. So we're gonna start in third at 60 k's an hour. Actually, maybe 40. We'll start in third at 40, so we get a bit of lugging. Then we're gonna go third till it maxes. Then we're gonna go fourth, and then into fifth up to 110. And we're gonna do this at the same point on the highway both times. So hopefully this truck isn't going on the highway. That would be hard for me to follow. Okay, he is. So I'm actually gonna pull up here, and we're gonna turn around, and yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna set a point, go from 30 k's an hour, 40 k's an hour in third, punch it into fourth, punch third all the way out into fourth, and then fourth we're going to punch all the way to fifth, and then fifth up to 110, and then we're going to keep going a little bit to get the EGTs up, because I want to do a test on the EGTs as well. So that's what we're going to do. See you when I'm counting you in. This is hose swap mod off, no hose swap mod first run. We're going to start at the 110 sign. I'll count us in. So we're going 40 in third, and then we will punch it up until 110, and we'll keep punching for a little bit, just to see how hot the EGTs get. If they don't, you know, I'm kind of expecting they don't get crazy hot. So we're about to approach the 110 sign, doing 40 k's an hour, very little boost. Guy behind me is probably thinking, what is going on? So 40 k's an hour in 3, 2, 1. Fourth. Fifth. 100. 105. 110. Still punching for the EGTs. EGTs are staying consistent. That's it, EGTs are good. Alrighty, we'll put everything back together. So take that off, put this red one back in. This goes back into there, and then just flop all that back. And then the final test on the highway with hose swap mod on. Alrighty, exact same thing again. 110 sign in third at 40 k's an hour is when we'll punch it. I'll count us in. This is hose swap mod on in third, fourth, fifth, and then extended fifth past 110 to, or near 110, just to see how high our EGTs get. So it looks like he's gonna, yep. Alrighty. So we'll get to 40 k's an hour, and I'll count us in at the sign. So no one's behind me, good. Alright, we're sitting at 40, very low boost. Okay, here's the 110 sign coming up. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Fourth. Fifth. 100. 110. EGT sitting a little bit higher. Pretty well the same though. EGTs aren't climbing. 120. Backing off. So it looks like we got a very similar result. Felt exactly the same, hose swap mod on. Let's go and have a chat. Pull off the highway, and we'll have a little yarn about what I think subjectively, so my opinion about the swap, and then we will compare all the results. I've got to discuss a few extra results with you, and let's do it. Right, let's talk. So let's just explain quickly how boost works in this sort of a mechanical fuel pump setup. So the boost pressure reading gets sent into the fuel compensator diaphragm, and then there's a little diaphragm in there that lets more fuel in, basically. So the boost tells the fuel how much fuel it needs, and then the exhaust gases control the turbo, so it's one big loop. Alright, so I really struggled to figure out how to film this one, but what we're going to talk about is I really struggled to find a way to find a difference between having the hose swap and not having it. So I did a full tank of fuel with the hose swap, got about 550 Ks to a full tank. Did it without the hose swap and got about the exact same. So there was no difference there between all of our tests. We're talking milliseconds difference in how long it took to spool up. So no difference there. Sorry, I got a piece of paper with everything I wanted to talk about. So I mean, you're talking like milliseconds, 6 milliseconds. That one was no good. There's a 9 milliseconds, 2 milliseconds. I mean, even this, the highway one, we're talking 2 milliseconds difference. EGT's almost exactly the same, so 5 degrees difference in the EGTs. So little. The boost, the max boost, there was no real difference there either. So when the hose swap was on, there was a couple of times where it actually produced less boost than without it. But I don't think that's due to anything. I think that's just maybe, I don't know, just wasn't making the same boost. So I don't think that's significant. There is actually no significant difference from what I was able to test, which makes me think the hose swap mod does absolutely nothing. And now let me explain to you. So that's the objective side of it. From what I could find in all those tests, there's absolutely no difference. Now here's the subjective. So this is what I think's happening. Is the idea is by running your hose from here to the fuel diaphragm, you're skipping all of this system that has to build boost in order for you to know how much fuel to put in. So here's what I think doesn't even make sense about that as a fundamental concept. So boost, right? Think about pressure. So does the pressure start here? Well, obviously it comes from the turbo, but does pressure start to build here or here first? Or there? Where does it start to build first? And what I reckon is it builds across the whole system almost simultaneously. So I think once pressure starts to build, it builds up in the entire system as so think about filling up a basketball. When you're filling it up, does the pressure start where you're filling it up, or is it across the entire ball? And that's what I think's going on here. So I think the pressure builds up across the whole system almost instantly. So I don't think that running the hose from here to there is actually going to do anything better than running the hose from here to there, because I think the pressure builds across the entire system basically instantly. So what did we find? Nothing. There's no difference. There's no difference in speed. There's no difference in boost times. There's no difference in rev spooling. Nothing. I know that's probably controversial. A lot of you guys stand by it, saying that you think you've noticed a significant difference. If you can think of a way to objectively prove that, chuck it up in the comments. It's for more tests for me to do. If you want to test it yourself, make a video and I'll happily watch it, and then if I can recreate it, I'll do that too. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this sort of stuff, remember to like, subscribe. Thank you. Finndawg out.